RGV done site low, aspiring directors, I had a column, something asked. There I am very impressed with some of the submissions, but I have a problem with they're not getting the whole thing in totality. See, the reason I wanted them to reshoot a scene from Satya, which where I provided a link, that's because one is it doesn't have much of production value, and second, I also mentioned clearly I don't need production values. The only thing we are testing out is the ability to extract performances, which is the most important thing. And then the looks of the characters where they become memorable, their look, the presence, that doesn't mean good looks. It means there's a lot of character in the face. So what's happening is when people are sending, they're either trying to recopy the exact thing, like they all three are sitting across a table, where I clearly mentioned you can change the setting, you can add more characters, and you can change the language and in the way it is pitched and everything. But most of the people, they didn't seem to understand that aspect, and they're trying to recopy it exactly, which doesn't make sense. Because what I'm asking is to shoot it in your own individual, unique way. What sets for you? When I shot something, I shot it in my way. I didn't try to do it in another way. This was just for a reference point. But the measurement fact for this content, if Ramgopal Varma shoots like this, how would you shoot it? Is the point. It's not about recopying what Ramgopal Varma is doing. That is one thing I think more as a misunderstanding it went. Now, for example, there's one guy called Karthik who shot, who submitted, which I kind of liked the style. It was something I wouldn't have done. He did it in a kind of a black and white takeoff and using a vertical camera, and that it just suddenly snaps to horizontal space. There was three people sitting. I like the style, but what he missed there is the performances again. Eventually it's the performances which make a scene. It is never the way you shoot. Yes, the shooting style does make a certain thing. After that, what grips is the emotion which comes from the performances. So I think that is one part. And then I also liked this version of Rahil, where it takes off on them walking through a narrow gully, and I like that. In fact, the takeoff is something I probably like more than the original. But again, the moment they start talking, you don't see the emotion of what he's feeling reflecting in the eyes of the actor. Okay. And then something with reso shot also I think is quite nice to a degree, I would say. In the lot so far I had time to check this Riho, Rahil and Karthik, I think. But my point is, again, I'm stressing on this. The most important thing you have to realize, it is the performances. The characters should look real. Now, if you say that you've got Saurabh Shukla and Manoj Bajpayee and these kind of guys, we can't expect to get that. But that is not true, because they also were new people when I took. The responsibility is on you to find an actor like that, or if you're not there, to train someone like that. And apart from that, the most important is you have to work on the looks. They're all wearing normal clothes, which anyone can style himself in terms of what if you, the way Manoj Bajpayee, all of themselves, they worked on it. They went and how the hair should be there, how the clothes should be there and all that. That effort I have not seen at all. And it's not as if it's a urgency that I'm asking you to give it immediately. You take your time, but the whole thing is you need to feel in your head, in every which way, it is better than the original scene of Satya. I don't see that attempt. It is like it is there, but it's not there again. And so I would like you to try this once again. Even the people who sent me that, if I'm more clear in my explanation, maybe I could have failed in my initial thing, maybe it was not clear enough. My suggestion would be to change the setting. Just break that pattern of them sitting exactly in the same way as how they sat in Satya, across the table, and Kallu Mama in the center. I think you should change that pattern. and probably something like setting it an outdoor, for example, maybe at a tea shop, or maybe somewhere if you're from a town where it has a beach, in the beach they can talk. So there'll be a visual difference immediately. But most important, I'm stressing again and again and again, the characters have to look real. What they're speaking has to come from within an emotion. The test of this is actually only for that. That is about 90%, I would say. Rest of is it for style. I hope at least now you understood, and please try once again. I'm desperately looking for some good directors. Thank you.